Let's talk about this screen life thriller that is Missing, now on Netflix. Hi, I'm Garcia.
I'm Telly.
And we are the HerCastleGirls.
Hi there.
If you like videos about pop culture, entertainment, fashion, lifestyle, this is the channel for you. You just go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join the family.
Y'all, there's this movie on Netflix. It's a recent ad as well to the Netflix sphere. And the movie's called Missing. And Cara and I decided to indulge in this film because we like the cast, of course. Little did we add, it took a turn that we were not expecting. Listen, when her mother disappears while on vacation in Colombia, I wish I could say it with a roll, Colombia, that's it, with her new boyfriend. June's search for her answers is hindered by international red tape. Oh my God. However, as she digs deeper, her digital sleuthing soon raises more questions than answers. Now, if that doesn't compel you to go and watch this film, I don't know what will.
International red tape?
Like, sign me up. Digital sleuthing?
Yes, which is the in thing right now, right? We're all doing it
sleuthing?
To some capacity.
Right?
Stars Storm Reid and Nia Long.
Hey.
Both incredible actresses playing mother and daughter in this film. The other thing that's pretty awesome about this film, if you're one that loves, you know, how a film is being created, this is a screen life thriller. So, not sure how many of you saw a film called Profile, which was about a young journalist who decided to immerse herself into the culture of ISIS to study more so on women that were being radicalized and brought to Syria. That film is done in the same style, where it all takes place in the digital world. So in the laptop, in your cell phone,
your smartwatch.
Yeah, and that is where the film is happening.
Right.
It never comes out of the screen. Yeah. And Missing is like that too.
Yeah.
We're introduced to June through her FaceTime camera on her laptop.
Yeah.
And the film continues to occur on her laptop while still moving to different locations, because we're in Los Angeles.
Yes.
We're in Colombia.
Yeah.
And then we're in a Las Vegas weird cabin.
Shack cabin.
We get to see this film come to life through simply watching this film while June is working on her laptop trying to find her mom.
It raises more questions than actual answers. Poor June is not only looking for her mom, but then at one point in the film you think, oh, wait a minute, like, this isn't going as well as planned. But the cool thing too is I love, back to the filming, I just remembered now, this could have been, this movie, the idea, I know, everyone, there's some kind of genre of a missing film where someone goes missing, a family member has to try to find that person. So this is very smart that they took that type of filming to put a spin on this kind of idea, because I went into it thinking, okay, the cast is cool, you know, Storm Reid, Nia Long. Of course I'll watch it.
Right.
But I was expecting the traditional, you know, camera, and then, you know, how a normal movie is filmed. So when it started with the whole, like, FaceTime, I thought, okay, we're gonna, like, you know, go to real, it never did. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is genius.
Right? And it's
still very cool. And it's still, you still got it.
Yes.
It didn't lose its footing in the film.
Right.
So I thought that was actually really cool, and good on them for the directors and the writers, whoever idea it was.
Yeah, Will Merrick.
Yes, Will Merrick and Nicholas D. Johnson. And Seth Ohanian, I believe. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. But good on them for putting this kind of idea together. It's a total new spin on how to film.
I think there are a couple films now that are carrying on this same type of filming. And what I love about it is it totally speaks to this generation, because truly, day to day, our lives, our eyes are centered on a screen doing work. We have our work here. Yeah. We have YouTube going on here.
We have our life plans.
Right. Spotify over here. And that is the reality of a human being in the, 2020s, especially.
Most people, you're at your, you're in your house and you're at that one workspace. For 8 to 10 hours
Yes.
a day.
Yeah.
And no one gets up to go and like, use an actual phone. If someone calls, you just like, oh, click, and everything's just right at your fingertips. So it's almost like you have your own little like bat cave, and you're just there, kind of like.
June in this film, she's doing all of her searching, her research, everything through her laptop.
Yeah.
So the premise of the story is that her mom, Grace, is going to Colombia with her boyfriend.
Yes.
And while she's gone, June has a whole plan. June is going to party.
She's gonna have a rager.
Yeah,
on a budget.
Yes, she's gonna take the safety emergency money that Grace has sent her.
Yeah.
She's taking that to basically buy supplies, we'll call it, for the rager. Mm-hmm. She has a good old time. Her mom is gone, I think, for like a week.
A week or so, I think.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
And the boyfriend is sending June photos like, look at us, we're having such a great time. Here we are, here and there. Mm. And that's actually that's going to be a clue later on in the film.
Yes, it is.
And June then, has to wake up, get the place cleaned up, and go pick up her mom and the boyfriend. I think his name is Kevin.
Yes.
So she hires a TaskRabbit to clean the house while she goes to the airport to pick up her mom and the boyfriend.
Right.
When she gets there, they don't show up. She's like, what is going on? She's texting her mom, not getting any response. So she heads home and starts trying to figure out what happened, to the point where she even reaches out to the hotel.
And they tell her that they did leave the hotel, but their bags and other things were still at the hotel. So that raises a huge red flag for poor June, who's just like, where's my mom? Yeah. No call. And, her mom is the kind of person, she kind of like stalks her daughter.
She's a helicopter mom.
She's like calling her, normally she calls her constantly, keeps on telling her to empty her voicemail so she can leave voicemail, FaceTiming her, all this stuff. So she did find it kind of strange that when she called her mom, she all of a sudden wasn't answering. Right. And everyone does have that one person in their life where when you call them, no matter what, they will pick up the phone. Right. So when they don't pick up the phone, you start to wonder, is everything
no
okay?
Response, no text message.
Yeah, like nothing, no smoke signal. Like she gets concerned and she dials her mom's best friend, we'll call her that, who happens to be, she's a lawyer. We'll leave it at that. What type of lawyer? We'll get to that later. And she just tells her, I'm sure it's nothing. I'm sure everything is fine. We'll call the embassies, yada, yada, yada. We'll figure this out. Poor June can't sleep, can't eat. Who wouldn't when your mother is missing and God knows where in Colombia? So she gets in touch with the embassy. She has to fill out this ridiculous form so that they can get video footage to see what the last couple of hours were when her mom and Kevin left the hotel. And that's where everything even spirals even more.
Yes.
Because now they won't give it. For some reason, they can't get a hold of the tapes, something like that. The embassy is
because that international red tape.
The red tape. She ends up, Cara did mention the TaskRabbit earlier, how she hired a TaskRabbit to clean her house while she went to go pick up her mom and Kevin. So she figured, smart girl, I'll just hire a Colombian TaskRabbit to help me in this field. Because in truth, you do need someone on the outside.
Very smart to figure that out so quickly.
Good on her. I would have freaked out and not even remembered my own name.
Everything we've told you, she is sitting in a chair.
See how we're sitting here? That's what she's doing. Like, this girl's a little genius.
At her little laptop.
It was like you're being educated on what to do, God forbid, if.
Yes. To be honest, listen, to all those kind of the baby boomers, Gen Xers that are not, native technology peeps, watch this movie. You would actually learn a lot about how to use things like Google, to an AI, which wasn't even really used in this, but how to use those tools to leverage your time.
Because if she didn't have that knowledge, she would have never. Her mom would have had a horrible ending. We'll say that.
Yes.
That was a big lesson. Just seeing how technology. There's a lot of talk about technology cars. It's the devil. It's evil. AI is taking over the world. But there are also really good sides to technology. In this case, especially.
In this, it saved her mother's life.
It saved her mom's life. And it helped her unite with a new friend, like, the Colombian.
She made a new friend in the TaskRabbit guy that she hired to help her investigate in Colombia.
Yeah.
Because she's 18 years old. She doesn't have a job. She can't fly to Colombia.
She doesn't have that kind of money.
Right? And it's also dangerous, as, someone from a foreign country to fly into another country and be like, my mother was kidnapped.
Exactly.
And it's all your fault and I need all the video footage.
When she finally does get, our TaskRabbit friend in Colombia, when he does get information and then she learns what happened, we don't want to give away too much because you should really watch it.
Because we want you to watch it.
But something comes out where they finally say, okay, yes, something here is wrong. So then you start seeing press conferences happen on the screen. You start hearing people saying, doing search parties and
and even
CNN
saying that
Fox
her mother
News.
Has secrets and actually her mother should have been kidnapped because she's living a double life.
Yeah, all these
horrible
weird things started coming out and people were all for the mom. But then when they learned that there's this secret, and not even June knows what the secret is, and her lawyer friend won't say what the secret is. So you could imagine this poor girl. June's best friend is saying, well, maybe, she starts saying, well, maybe your mom is shady after all. Like any person defending their parent, you're like, shut up. Who do you think you are? Get out of my house. And, that whole thing happens. And she just feels so defeated, but she's determined to go and get the info she needs to clear her mom's name. She's determined to find out what's going on, and she goes to find that lawyer lady, her mom's best friend.
And what's cool is now you're saying, how did they keep the screen life thing if she actually left the house? She has her cell phone open, recording what she's doing because she needs all of this as, evidence to send to the FBI.
It was, because during the rager, remember one of her friends kept on texting saying, hey, have you seen my smartwatch?
Yes.
And she uses that same smartwatch, syncs it to her phone.
Yes.
So that she can screen record with the smartwatch.
Yes, and there's actually a lot,
it's really cool.
Again, a lot to learn when you're like, oh shoot, this is why you're supposed to sync all of your devices.
It is. Like, even when she goes into her mom's email, into Kevin's email, locations. Like, I know a lot of people turn this off because they say the government's after you. Locations matter, and it actually ends up saving.
It can save a lot of people's lives, and it has.
And it has.
Proven in many,
true crime situations. True crime. I can't say it.
I can't say. In truth, it is discovered that Grace does have a life that she never shared with June.
Yes.
And June thought a lot of things of her family based on what she was told.
Yeah.
But from the beginning, you learn that June's family had a tragic situation. But that situation actually did not happen. Yeah. But through video, the mother made it look like something tragic happened that didn't actually happen.
I even forgot about how they actually even used all types of technology, because even the video they made to film this, tragic moment, it was like a VHS camera.
Yes.
It's cool.
It was like an old school camera.
And
Grace went in and edited the video to make it look like everything was good. June later finds out that a lot of everything that she's known has been doctored.
Yes.
Basically for her protection.
Yeah.
And you learn about this more through the film, and this is what June discovers through her sleuthing.
A lot of lessons to learn.
Yes.
When I saw it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna learn some of these hacks because it's life stuff.
And it's interesting too, because the theme that comes up to us that we were talking about is parents do a lot to protect their kids.
They do.
From the reality that might not be great and happy and sweet and joyful.
Right.
But with technology now, how far can you do that? And when should you be exposing your kids to the truth?
We wish that Grace told her daughter some things before her daughter had to find out in a different way. And when you even look at especially for celebrities or famous people, Kim Kardashian's a great example, with her whole, her tape. Yeah. And one of her biggest things was that she didn't really want her kids to see her in that light. And one of the episodes that aired a while ago was, little Saint, something
accidentally coming across an ad for it or something.
And she was like heartbroken because, and the truth, and no one should tell their like 5-year-old what that kind of thing. But it's very hard in these digital times to keep secrets from your kids because even if they're not looking, they'll just happen to come across it.
Yeah, digital footprints are a real thing.
They are.
They don't get deleted easily.
They don't.
And through sitting at a computer for some time, June was able to figure out who Kevin truly was, because Kevin's identity was not what it truly was.
His past as well.
He also had a dark past. Her mother's life was not what she thought it was. And the family member that she thought had a certain life path didn't have that certain life path, and it actually was very violent. So she's learning all of this stuff through the digital footprints that are left in email, dating apps.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing what you find out once you have the password.
And honestly, we encourage you guys to watch it because there's just a lot of really cool things, like the way how the voices are altered. Facebook plays a huge role into
voice,
hacking into someone's email in the first place.
And then she's not a hacker.
No.
She is just very,
very smart
and realizes that her mother has a certain pattern to her passwords.
So when those Apple things come up and say, your passwords are too similar, you need to change it.
You need to change it.
Maybe you should. Quickly.
Right. So, even if you are not for, the crime, drama, thriller thing, watching it just to be educated on what you can do with your devices is enough. For instance, the scene where everything comes together, Suri's the hero.
That's why it's very important. Do not turn off your Suri. Keep your Suri on. And luckily, although her phone was dying, she was able to help Suri to the rescue.
Definitely gives you a taste of what is possible with technology, and I really did like that about the film. You hear the plot, and yes, it sounds basic.
It sounds like okay,
but throw the technology aspect in there, and it's a totally different movie.
You must see it. It's on Netflix now. It's one of the new additions to Netflix sphere, so make sure to check it out.
If you have seen other films with this sort of screen life
let us know.
Style, let us know in the comments because we want to see more of these. We really enjoyed Profile. We're enjoying this film, and looking forward to seeing more films take on this style. Cinematography.
Cinematography. There we go.
If you like videos like these, be sure to subscribe to our channel. Check us out on Instagram. The handle is HerCastleGirls.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and we hope that you do just that. Make sure to watch this film. Let us know what you think, too. When you watch it, go in our comments and let us know what you think of the film. But we will see you in the next video. Thanks. Take care, everyone. Bye.